Hey ladies and gentlemen, how you guys been doing? It's your boys in here and welcome back to our newest Pokemon Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby Wi-Fi Bell. It's actually been a while since I made one of these videos, especially the layout, but I've not been too fond of how my channel was at with no layout involved, so I'm definitely getting back. Just the life has been a little bit hectic, and you know, but we manage, we balance stuff out. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a match against Lady Kubo. Some of you guys may know her, for she is an incredible artist, so I do recommend you guys go check out her Twitter page where she posts all her arts, and she's also making commission, and she is quite skilled in that area of expertise. Not to mention she is also quite skilled in the fields of battling, as you are about to see and witness in this particular battle. So let's get this game started. Also, the background music here, as you're hearing, is a metal cover, of course, made by the magnificent Lil V. That guy's covers are absolutely insane, and I do appreciate him allowing me to use this in my background. So enjoy that, and with that being said, let's go right to the battle itself. Now, Kubo is gonna lead with Sock. I'm gonna lead with Rotom. It's more like a bait on my behalf to kind of force this Sock to make a particular move that my Arbok can kind of benefit from it, but that damage was still kind of too great. So I'm a little bit scared here right now. You know, that knockout did a lot. I'm kind of expecting to be Choice Bandit, but it's okay. We're just gonna go for the Gunk Shot now. Looking at her team, nothing truly wants to take a Gunk Shot straight out the bat. Plus there is a high chance of a poison. So I guess Walrein is the best Pokemon, the most bulkiest Pokemon to run into such move. So we're just gonna put, you know, some pile of trash onto it, but he doesn't seem to mind. He does have that water to clean himself up. But anyways, speaking of that, he's eating leftovers from that trash we just throw. Not really, those are the leftovers on top. I'm gonna switch out to Various Wrath. Go for the Volt Switch right now, trying to basically get out of here, because Wolfrain doesn't really mind taking some electricity, to my surprise, being on water, you know, and super effective damage. But Wolverine is way too bulky for its own good, and he also spreads around poison, which is of course to be expected, as we did through the trash just a moment ago. He had to get some poison into his body, and now he's just spreading around all this poison. It's a nasty Pokemon we are dealing with here. Anyways, also that name on my Pelipper can only be recognized by one person on the internet. Anyways, switch out back to Rotom, expecting us like a Surf or something, but she switches out to the Dedenne, probably expecting the Pelipper to be playing offensive. Plus the Dedenne can definitely handle Pelipper, because Pelipper is 4-10 weak to the likes of Electric, so free Volt Switch and so forth and whatnot. As I switch out to my camera up now, by that time, yeah, Kubo did mention to me that camera up, this was actually at the end of the bell, camera up is actually RU, but I didn't know, you know. She also has Megalodino, so I normally thought camera up hasn't changed tiers, but he did. So my bad, definitely here my bad in using it. I kind of feel bad about it, but to make stuff a little bit more balancing, I guess, to a certain extent, my camera only has 252 special attack, and that's it. I forgot to put it into HP. So yeah, that's silly on me, but it is to be expected. I'm gonna go for a Lava Plume right now. Super Fang, the Dedenne is quite interesting. I'm yet to face this, but I think that camera up can definitely deal with it. Now, basically, I believe this is the perfect turn to put up the rocks, because she does have that Walrein, and once rocks are up, I don't think Walrein is gonna have any potential chances to get like a secret rest going on or something else. I don't believe I've seen Walrein's full moveset yet, so I'm gonna go for the Yawn right now, as she does switch out to a Dino. Now Dino is most likely like a Cleric or an offensive Calm Minder with Wish Pass and whatnot. So I'm gonna go for the Yawn to try to potentially put to sleep setup Pokemon or a potential Cleric. So that's exactly what she does, switch out to Walrein, which is something I was expecting, but of course she's not gonna allow her Dino to go to sleep, while she can of course sack Walrein, hoping that I may not attack or do something else, maybe Yawn again, expecting the switch, trying to stack up the Stealth Rock damage. But luckily enough, with Stealth Rock's Lava Plume was enough, considering that Walrein does have Thick Fat, which means it actually resists fire. Anyways, I'm gonna switch out to Various Wrath right here, predicting the superpower, basically to avoid, but she actually goes for the knockoff, which was an incredible move on her behalf. I gotta give her props on this. I'm actually gonna applaud her, because as you guys can see, knockoff on the Mega Pokemon, the Mega Stone, is actually half damage. Maybe she didn't know that, but actually if I stayed in then she would have been taking some extra damage. Laploon could have burned, but that was a marvelous move on her behalf. I can all acknowledge that. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's just continue forward. Pretty crazy stuff going on. Hydro Pump doing some damage against this Mon, but sadly enough, it's not enough in order to take him out. Knockoff, of course, is gonna take me out, but I had to damage it. Pelipper was sort of a waste of space at that point, so I'm gonna switch out to Mespray to kind of kill it. She doesn't have a single Pokemon immune to the likes of U-Turn, plus the U-Turn is, well, it's actually immune-less. There is not a single Mon that can truly be immune to the likes of it, outside of, you know, when you can actually compare it to the likes of Volt Switch as a Scout move and whatnot, being immune, you know, with things like Lightning Rod and ground types immunity and so forth. U-Turn doesn't have that, so that's pretty great. We take down the Malamar. That crit definitely didn't matter. Chatot comes in, and that is a problem because camera up I still need to preserve for the likes of the Dene, so I had to switch out to Champion Sky, my actual careful nature, 252 attack, 252 HP and 4 into speed Hitmonchan, and definitely still a very powerful Mon while still having the bulk to take two of the likes of you know, just Boom Bursts, which are mind boosting, just absolute insanity of a move from such a little parrot. It's such a powerful threat, but we managed to one-shot it, surprisingly enough. That was pretty great, but she didn't really have a switch for it. I guess I'm thinking like right now, yeah, she probably didn't have a switch for 2 Drain Punch coming in. So I'm switching out directly to Arbok. I'm not playing any games. Audino could potentially be a Mega Audino. She didn't want to return just because she didn't want to give herself that weakness to poison, as she does review the Calm Mind. Now that is something I'm very scared of, because I used to run this and it's a devil. It is way too bulky for NU, and you're about to witness what I mean. So actually, seeing the Protect now, I'm thinking this is a mono attacking Calm Minding Mega Audino, so that's pretty manageable. I would assume that I can definitely handle this as long as I play my cards right. So I'm gonna go for the Gunk Shot because of the coil. This Gunk Shot should not miss, and look at how well it take. This is a defensive Arbok, that is true, but you gotta consider that this is still Stab and it's a very strong move, and it's +1, so being super effective on top of it all, that Fane's bulk is unreal. So I'm gonna go for a Gunk Shot, through some more trash at the likes of Princess and ruin her clothes, and with that she's just gonna be leaving this house. Sorry, Princess. Anyways, Mega Audino out, you know, just outside on the rain. I don't know where we're at right now, but anyways, Thunderbolt in this case. The Dene is gonna take us out. Such a power. It used to be known as a Dragon Slayer in some channels. Here, as you guys can see, it also destroys kings. So the Dene is definitely a threat to not be reckoned with. Grass Knot nearly takes down the Mega Camera, but luckily enough, it's not enough because Mega Camera's natural bulk, even with no investment into HP, which again was my silly mistake, we managed to retaliate and take it out. You know, in the park, on some funny joyrides, I don't know, Earthquake, you know, just probably somewhere in hell. But anyway, Sock comes in. Sock, the amount of HP that is an overkill, would probably destroy another camera up if it did destroy, you know, it decided to just come in here playing family and whatnot. Go for the close combat again, and that is just way too much damage against me. I cannot seem to take a close combat. As you guys can see, even with the resistance I do possess, that is way too much with a crit. It nearly took me out, which is actually quite scary because my last Pokemon, I don't know if I could have handled this Sock, but with the help of Stealth Rocks, we managed to break the potential sturdy, and that was the game. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was an incredible match. Thank you very much to Lady Kupo for having this battle with me. It was an absolute pleasure. And yeah, guys, I also want to go back to the best move in the game. I think this is a very good, you know, this is just a thing that I want to do and kind of remind, you know, of a person that did a very good move, either being on my part or my opponent's behalf. I actually think that knockoff was actually a spectacular move, because I did some research, and knockoff is not maximum power once used on the Pokemon that's holding Mega Item. So it would have probably survived and retaliate if I did decide to stay in, but she was fully expecting me to switch out to Rotom, and that is spectacular, I just gotta say. So that move definitely changed things, definitely made me think twice before I acted, because Rotom was essential, and losing it that way, especially with Sock involved late game, was quite a threat. So Gotta give props on that move. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, you know what to do. Not gonna remind you of that. Have a great rest of your day. Take care. Peace.